Welcome to American Family Field on a beautiful July afternoon. Top of the 8th, Dodgers 2, Brewers 1.
Brewers trailing 2-1.
Been a very
final game of the series.
Defensive game today. A pitching duel between Quintana and Tyler Glasnow. Both allowing a run. Grant Anderson, the new pitcher, and Andy Pajes shoots one right to Jake Bauers for the first out of the inning.
One pitch and one out. Andre Monasterio was in the game at short. Ortiz was pinch hit for. Those are the changes.
So Pajes lines out, and now Tommy Edman, who's hitless today, comes up to bat as a new shortstop for the Brewers.
In a 2-1 Dodger lead.
Yeah,
appearance
shortstop.
Of the year for Anderson.
Andre Monasterio.
And one of the biggest surprises on this roster, Grant Anderson, as good as he has been, earned run average about 2.8. Has pitched on Sunday against the Miami Marlins.
Edman fouls off the first pitch he sees.
Incredible success story.
Tommy Edman's put everything in play today. 2 lineouts and a ground out.
Contemplating retirement. His career was stalling out.
Here's the 0-1.
Mechanical change. And
that's fouled off the glove of William Contreras for strike 2.
The twist a la Louis Tiant, if you go back a ways, showing.
So Grant Anderson got 1 out on the first pitch. And now he can strike out Tommy Edman on 3 pitches.
In his last 11 appearances.
Payoff. Edman ground ball right to Turang, throw to first, and there's 2 gone.
Well, let's collect the
Anderson's gotten 2 outs on 4 pitches. And now he'll face the 7th hitter in LA's lineup.
Wisconsin's Bank. About 1,000 lucky fans will receive a special extra platinum edition of the bobblehead. And get seats at Brewers.com's latest giveaway.
Which is Miggy Rowe.
There you go, Matty. Don't drop it. It's very valuable.
Miggy Rowe fly ball. It's going to drop in the center for a base hit. A little flare into center field, and McGee
up there hacking this time. He's
has
with a walk,
a 2-out single for Miguel Rojas.
Both of the Dodger runs, and he is aboard to extend this inning. Michael Conforto will hit for LA, which means Pat Murphy is on his way out to the mound. He does have the lefty Koenig
Pat Murphy
ready.
Coming out.
Down to keep the Dodgers at 2.
You're taking Grant Anderson out?
Vulnerable to left-handed hitters.
Yes. Grant Anderson exits after 5 pitches, and Jared Koenig will go lefty-lefty against Michael Conforto. With 2 outs, Dodgers leading, and Miggy Rowe at first. We'll be right back. From Milwaukee. Jared Koenig is in. 42 games this year, a record of 3-1, 16 holds, ERA at 3.93 and 36.2 innings pitched, 34 strikeouts, 12 walks this year. He's allowed 3 bombs and opponent batting average of 268.
2 days off. He's great against lefties.
He'll go lefty-lefty against Michael Conforto with 2 outs.
If he wants Grant Anderson 2/3 of an inning, runner at first, his responsibility.
There's a strike.
Takes a strike.
Sinker at the corner. Strike 1.
194. So he's been really good against lefties.
Michael Conforto is pitch hitting for Astory Ruiz. Slice foul. And Conforto quickly in an 0-2 hole.
Coming up in the 8th. Frelick, Contreras, Churio. If anybody gets on, Christian Yelich. Right now, down 2-1.
Payoff.
0-2 pitch.
Got him looking! A sinker splits the plate. Jared Koenig strikes out Michael Conforto on 3 pitches. The Dodgers cannot extend their lead. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. LA out in front, 2-1. We'll be right back. Bottom of the 8th. Ben Kasparis pitching his 2nd inning of work. Drops a curveball just above the zone to Sal. 1-0 on Sal, the leadoff hitter in the Brewers lineup, who has no hits in 3 at-bats.
And now trying give him
And he
multiple
swings and misses another high cutter.
Freely
Strike one.
Contreras, Churio. If anyone
Tanner
gets going,
Scott,
it'll be Yelich.
the lefty,
There
the
is
closer,
Scott.
warming up in the
Mentioned
Dodgers
Tanner
pen.
Scott. Figure he'd be getting ready for Yelich. And
Sal fouls it straight up and into the seats.
Stays in the
1-2.
Excuse me, Rob.
And Scott's been their closer. He's got 18 saves in the year.
1-2 the count to Freelick.
Payoff is high.
Last night,
That was the heater.
2-1 game
2 balls and
Brewers
2
lead.
strikes on Sal.
And then Freelick stepped up in the 8th and launched one out of here off Yates. Made it 3-1. That's how the game would end.
2-2.
Oh, look
And
at
that hit him.
Freelick takes one on the hip.
Sal gets hit on the hip and he'll be on first base.
Good guy to have on the bases, top of the order.
And
now William Contreras catching today.
Review this. Dodgers will certainly want to take a look. Let's see if it clipped him. Yeah, got him right on the hip, grazed him.
Yeah.
The best way to get hit. Buttermaker told him to lean into it, and he did.
Here we go.
Here's
First pitch to
Contreras.
Contreras is inside, ball one.
Ball right here.
Good take from Contreras.
Take it to the house.
Kasparis just misses with the fastball.
Dave Roberts putting Kasparis back in a leverage role here. Ooh.
Contreras pops it up, slams his bat in frustration. Andy Pajes in right is there to make the catch. One out.
He knew he missed one.
Sal stays put at first.
Brewers today, no RBI so far today. That could change.
Now here's Jackson to the plate.
Every Brewers RBI this year. Northwestern
I feel like a broken record here, but he's also hitless.
Childhood Cancer Research. Northwestern Mutual and Brewers proud to partner in curing childhood cancer. Jackson Churio.
Righty against Kasparis. And the first pitch is a fastball right down the middle, strike one.
Churio,
Jackson's flown out once and K'd twice.
Very aggressive, doesn't let many like that go by. Wanted to see one.
And that's a fastball down to tie the count up.
For 3 today, a couple of strikeouts. Trying to give the Brewers a moment in this 8th inning.
Trevor McGill is warming up in the Brewers bullpen. Looks like he'll get the 9th. 1-1. Fouls it off.
Breaking ball, and he fouls it away.
Yeah, you got to be careful trying to steal a base here.
Into the seats.
Get 2 home run hitters up. You
Down
got
the first
Churio,
base line.
Yelich on deck. Don't want to make an out on the bases in front of either one of those guys.
Double play ball in effect here for the Dodgers. That would end the inning.
Bouncing between the pen into the rotation. Now back in
Kasparis looks at Sal at first. Now we'll fire the payoff to Jackson. And that's a fastball up. 2 balls and 2 strikes on the center fielder.
With no margin for error.
Churio hunting a mistake. 2-2 the count.
2-2 again.
Churio
And check swing. Sal will slide into second easily.
unable to check his
That'll
swing.
be a stolen base.
Those have been going against the
And
Brewers all
Jackson
day long.
strikes out.
It's going to be a strikeout. Freelick does steal second base, but there are 2 outs now.
So Sal steals second unopposed, but Jackson did check his swing and he
Not
went
going
too
on
far.
that play.
Yeah, looks like
2
he
outs.
went, but it seems like all the checks
Will
swings and
Smith
ball strikes are going against the
bobbled it and he couldn't make a throw.
Dave Roberts
So,
will make the change. He had Scott getting
The
ready.
Brewers
for
will
Yelich.
have the game-tying run in scoring position with 2 outs at the bottom of the 8th, and Tanner Scott will come in to try and get 4 outs and go lefty-lefty to start against Yelich. Tanner Scott is in. 2 outs. Sal at second. Got a 1-run lead. Going lefty-lefty against Yelich. First pitch to him. Yelich ground ball up the middle. That's going to be stopped by Mookie. Throw to first. And that'll end the inning. Tanner Scott comes in and gets 1 pitch on 1 out on 1 pitch to Yelich. And we'll go to the 9th inning. Dodgers leading 2-1. Ninth inning, and Jared Koenig stays in and fires a strike to Hyesung Kim. This will be his first at-bat of the day. He's already down 0-1 here.
The defending World Series champions.
That's a ground ball. Stopped by Bowers. He'll take it to the bag himself. And Kim beats it out. An infield hit to start it out. In the ninth, as Hyesung Kim, by a step, beat Jake Bowers to first base.
Getting over there. And good hustle down the line by Kim for the base hit. Check it out. He's looking to flip it over to him, but realizes, oh, he's not there, and just does beat it at first base.
A mistake there by Koenig. He got the strikeout of Conforto.
And now here's the DH, the top of the Dodgers order. It's Shohei to the plate. He's walked twice and has an RBI.
He's been at the plate with some men on base in this game. He's walked
First pitch.
twice.
That's at the knees. Strike one.
He walked with the bases loaded in the fifth. Got an RBI.
Jared Koenig has struck out Shohei both times they have faced in their career.
Load the bases in the
Hyesung Kim is very fast at first.
Betts would collect the sac fly of that inning to put the Dodgers in front.
0-1 offering. That's taken for strike two. Sinker right down the middle. And the Brewers have double barrel action in their pen. Easton McGee and Abner.
Loosening in the bullpen. Runs have scored in an unorthodox way today. Hasn't really had the benefit of a base hit and an RBI in this one for either team.
0-2, here's the payoff. Nope, Koenig throws over to first, and Hyesung Kim slides in safely.
On a stolen base at third. Will Smith threw it into left field. Bowers scored. That was in the fifth. Dodgers got a bases loaded walk in the top of that fifth.
No one out. Shohei down 0-2. Koenig trying to punch him out right here for the first out this inning. The pitch. He did! He struck him out. An inside sinker, and Shohei goes down swinging on 3 pitches.
The ladder with that one to strike out Shohei Ohtani. Not even close to being a strike.
He swung way under it. That was just a bad deal there for Shohei.
Trying to protect Koenig a little. He's been used a lot, so he faces 3 batters. He strikes out Conforto.
That's it for Jared Koenig.
And he will exit.
Abner will come in with 1 out. Kim at first, and the Brewers down by a run. We'll be right back from Milwaukee. Abner's in. 44 games this year, 2-1 record, 26 holds, the league leader.
In last night's game, perfect.
ERA at 2.05 and 44 innings pitched with 59
Major leagues
strikeouts.
in holds with 26. He's been terrific.
Righty against Mookie, first pitch, and Mookie pops it foul.
Uribe's a power pitcher, but he does get a lot of ground balls. Power sinker.
Slider's been really good.
He locked up a couple of hitters on that slider yesterday. Pretty much those 2 pitches. It shows 3 pitches. Those are 2 versions of the fastball, the 4-seamer and the sinker. But it's fastball, slider.
0-1.
Both excellent.
Mookie a little late on that heater that was right down the pipe in 99, and he's down 0-2.
What Uribe offers.
He's got bats 0-2.
Timeout called by Mookie. In his career, he's 1 for 2 against Abner.
Uribe struck out Betts with a slider last night.
Let's see what this latest notch in their career will be, as that's a check swing on a slider outside, but Mookie didn't go. That's ball 1.
Kim started then stopped at first base.
Double play ball in effect here for the Brewers. It would end the inning.
After winning the first 2 games.
1-2 pitch to Mookie. No, it's a check at first, and Kim slides in safely.
Bowers over with that.
Did you see Uribe? My bad, Jake.
I'll take a little off next time.
A little gas over there. Brewers set up to turn 2 if they can get
1-2.
him on the ground.
And it's another slider that misses. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
That's why these players are who they are.
Yeah, they make adjustments quickly. They learn pitchers quickly.
Another throw down to first. That one's closer, but Kim is safe.
Second disengagement. He can throw over there again, but he has to record an out. Let's see if that changes the approach for Kim.
Kim with a big lead over at first. He doesn't go. And another slider that misses outside again. The count is full.
I would imagine Kim would be running now. Will Smith do next?
Will Smith on deck.
Uribe give a good slider. Strike him out, throw him out.
Mookie gave the Dodgers the lead in the 7th with a sac fly.
Count.
Full count delivery. Kim goes. Mookie ground ball. Durbin has it. Throw to first. And Mookie is out. Kim moves up to second. And now Will Smith to the plate.
That's his retired 5-3. 2 outs for Will Smith.
Will Smith is hitless today. Walked in the 7th inning.
Stranded 9 in this game.
That 7th inning rally that gave LA the lead. And Will Smith in his career against Abner is perfect. 1 for 1 with an RBI.
Sac fly and a bases loaded walk. That's how
The Dodgers are 0 for 2 with runners in scoring position today.
Dangerous hitter.
And they're normally really good in that situation. Season average at 292 for LA. First pitch from the righty Abner to the righty Smith. Another slider that misses. Ball 1. Seems like Abner's having trouble with his slider command right now. He just cannot find the strike zone with that off-speed slider. It always misses outside. Let's see if he throws it again here. 1-0 offering. He didn't. He threw the sinker and he missed down. That one was at 100. 2-0.
Looking ahead to the Brewers' bottom of the 9th. Isaac Collins, Bryce Terang, Caleb Durbin scheduled to hit. Brewers do have Andrew Vaughn available. That'd be the one big bat you might see.
2-0, and there's the slider again that misses outside. 3 balls and no strikes on Smith.
With Will Smith at the plate.
I don't know if you want to do that with Freddie Freeman do.
Let's see if Smith gets the green light to swing 3-0.
It's a big runner to leave stranded at second.
He doesn't, and there's a sinker right down the middle. Strike 1.
Freeman waits.
And now Freddie's on deck. He may get an at-bat with 2 on and 2 out. Here in the 9th. 3-1. And Will Smith takes strike 2. Sinker. On the inside part of the plate. And the count is full with 2 outs and Kim at second. A big insurance run could be left in scoring position here. As Will Smith calls time to mull things over here. The Dodgers are leading 2-1. Hai-Sung Kim, if Will Smith can get him in, would be huge for LA's chances at victory.
That's way to ice the pitcher a little. Pressure's on Uribe.
Full count delivery from Abner. He looks at Kim at second.
3-2 the count.
Now fires. And he got him looking. Slider on the corner. Locks up Will Smith. That'll end the inning. Abner gets out of it. He leaves Kim stranded at second. And the Dodgers lead by 1. Can Tanner Scott lock it down today in Milwaukee? Let's see. We'll be right back from American Family Field to see what happens. Bottom of the 9th. Dodgers 2, Brewers 1. Tanner Scott looking for a 4-out save. He's gotten 1. He got Yelich to the ground out on the first pitch. Now he'll face Isaac Collins.
Multiple inning saves a year ago.
Collins is a switch hitter. Scott's been better against right-handed hitters than lefties, believe it or not.
Scott the lefty, Collins the righty right now. And he fouls off the first pitch he sees. 0-1.
Was a closer for the Marlins.
He's going to pitch him in.
Actually spent a lot of his time in a setup and leverage role before he got the closer's job. Traded to the Padres last year and then signed with the Padres' rival in free agency.
That's a fastball up. Count knotted up at 1.
Dodgers have a ton of A-list relievers on the injured list. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Collins, fly ball.
Foul.
Foul, third base side.
He's 18 for 23.
1-2 now.
I bet a bloop and a blast. That would do it. Brewers were knocking
Andrew
at the
Vaughn,
door.
the
They
best bat the Brewers have on the
Had the
pen,
bases
waiting on the
loaded in
bench.
second. Couldn't score. Their run came
Or I should say off the bench, not off the
on the
pen.
legs of Jake
2-2 now on
Collins.
Collins as Scott misses outside with the
Second,
heater.
Stole third, scored on a throwing error. All that stolen base attempt. That's been it. Just 4 hits for the Brewers. All of them singles. And 2 of them infield hits.
2-2. Collins gets a piece of it to stay alive.
Talked about the Dodgers only 0 for 2 runners in scoring position today. Brewers 0 for 4.
Ah, my leg's itching.
That sacrifice fly put the Dodgers
2-2
in
again.
front.
Collins, fly ball in the left, that'll drop for a base hit. Leadoff single for Isaac Collins. And the game-tying run is aboard.
Served it into left field. And the Brewers have the tying run on.
Doing a good job just shortening up that stroke. Breaking ball.
Now the winning run
Isaac Collins able to
is
make
at the
contact
plate,
and
and it's
tying
Bryce
run.
Turang.
Collins could
He'll
not-
go lefty-lefty against Tanner
Here's
Scott.
Turang.
Isaac Collins is fast at first base. Watch him out. Watch out. He might steal. First pitch. That catches the corner. Up and in with the slider. What a pitch from Scott to start off Turang. 0-1.
Left-handed hitters.
Miggy Rowe and Freddie are in. Freddie's playing close to the bag at first. Miggy Rowe's in the infield grass at third.
Go figure.
And that's strike 2. Turang with a lazy swing.
949. That's over 300.
And he's in an 0-2 hole.
Than right-handers.
Payoff from Scott. And he struck him out on 3 pitches. Turang chases the slider in the dirt for the first out of the inning.
Out number 1.
Yeah, the slider didn't have to be a strike. It was not. Bryce did not see the baseball very well against Scott.
Here's Caleb Durbin.
Caleb Durbin.
1 for 2 with a single and the walk.
Walk-off home run this year.
First pitch. Durbin, fly ball in the left. That drops for a base hit. And Isaac Collins stops at second. Another single that drops in front of Conforto. There's 2 on for the Brewers.
The tying run at second.
And now Andrew Vaughn will come up to pinch hit.
Slider and hung up there right down the middle of the plate, and Caleb able to hit it hard in the left. Pat Murphy's using his guy on the bench, Andrew Vaughn. He's at the plate.
Now we'll get a mound visit before Andrew Vaughn will come up. He's already whacked a 3-run homer in this series.
He had a few signature moments here. He just got here.
This is his first series with the team. An RBI in his first 2 games with this team in franchise history. The Brewers have Andrew Vaughn on that list now, Josh Donaldson 2 years ago, and then in 2017, Travis Shaw.
3-run blast. Put him on the board, part of a 5-run inning. And an RBI last night.
My leg is
Great
itching.
defensive play last night.
So Collins at second, the tying run. Durbin at first, the winning run. 1 out.
What a spot.
Vaughn batting right-handed.
Dodgers
Scott
in the
throwing
stream.
left-handed.
Brewers trying to sweep them. But they're going to need some magic.
What'll happen here?
On a Wednesday afternoon.
First pitch. Andrew Vaughn, broken bat, that falls! That's a base hit! Isaac Collins around third! The Brewers have tied it! Andrew Vaughn's done it again!
We're tied at 2.
A broken bat RBI single that drops in the left center.
First pitch.
And the Brewers are 90 feet away from winning it. And it'll be the rookie,
Ate him up inside, but able to dump it into center.
Siegler, to the plate.
And now, how about the read by Caleb Durbin? He knew it right away, and he gets to third base.
It dropped in no man's land. And the Brewers have the runners at the corners with one out. And it's not the rookie, it's Andrew Monasterio, who's got a couple of walk-off hits in his past in a big spot here.
Game-tying ribby right here. Now let's watch out for the squeeze bunt. Monasterio's at the plate.
Scott the lefty, Monasterio the righty. First pitch, Monasterio showing bunt, and he
gets by Smith.
Pulls it back and takes ball one. Will Smith almost had to go behind him. That would have been a disastrous way to lose the game for the Dodgers.
Sweeping the World Series champions.
Monasterio ahead 1-0. Does he show bunt again?
Scott ready. Here's a 1-0.
He doesn't, and he swings and misses at a fastball belt high. Strike one.
Infield in, outfield in.
Lou Trevino is warming up in the Dodgers pen. And also LA's infield and outfield is playing in. Durbin at third, the winning run. The 1-1 pitch is fouled off. Monasterio a little late, and now down in the count, 1-2.
He's been getting regular at-bats.
He's usually pretty good at putting the ball in play.
Tanner Scott, one pitch away from a big second out this inning. Payoff. Got him looking. Fastball at the bottom of the zone. Freezes Monasterio. And there's two gone. Huge strikeout from Tanner Scott. But now the Brewers order flips over to the top. And Sal will come up to the plate to go lefty-lefty against Tanner Scott. Third and first. 2 outs. Game tied. Let's see what happens. First pitch. That's a slider. That drops in the zone. Strike one.
Brewers are tied it on an Andrew Vaughn single. Can they win it right here in the bottom of the ninth?
0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Sal chases the high heat. And he's now down 0-2. Tanner Scott, one pitch away from sending it to extras. The payoff to force extras. Sal fouls it off. And Andrew Vaughn was running, but he'll have to go back to first. Looks like the Dodgers aren't too worried about him. They're only worried about Sal because they're one pitch away from getting them out of here and forcing extras. 0-2 again. Sal shoots one foul. An emergency swing, foul ball, third base side to keep the ninth inning going.
Impression, look at that. Way off the corner.
Gosh.
It just got the end of the bat.
The helmet, feet off the ground. Lives to see another pitch.
0-2 again. Sal, ground ball. Edmund the second, flipped to first, and we're going to extra innings. Andrew Vaughn broke his bat with a little flare in the left center that drops, and he ties the game and forces extra innings. We'll be right back from American Family Field. Trevor McGill will come in, the closer, to face the Dodgers in the 10th. We're in the 10th. Andrew Vaughn will now play at first base. Jake Bowers is lifted. Trevor McGill is in the game, the Brewers closer. 35 games, a 1-2 record this year. 21 saves on 24 opportunities. No save opportunity here. And a 2.48 ERA. The placement runner at second for the Dodgers is Will Smith. And to lead things off against McGill, Freddie will come up. Extra inning records this year. The Brewers are at even 500, 3-3. The Dodgers, 6-3. First pitch. Swing and a miss. 100 right down the middle on the heater by Freddie.
Brewers have tipped the pitching scales here. If they can navigate their way through this inning, Tanner Scott, the
Here
Dodger
comes the
closer,
0-1.
going 4 outs. So he is likely done.
McGill looks at second, reaches back, fires, and Freddie gets a piece of it, and he's down 0-2.
Into the netting, and it's 0-2. 2 100-mile-an-hour heaters.
Kirby is warming up in the Dodgers pen.
Kirby Yates will be next. Brewers will have Contreras, Churio, and Yelich coming up with Frelick as the automatic runner in the bottom of the 10th.
Here's the payoff from McGill to Freddie.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Looking at Smith a couple times. Now fires. And Freddie taps it foul.
Dodgers playing their 10th extra inning game.
They'll
They
stay
are
alive.
6-3. Brewers are 3-3. They just lost their last extra inning game against the Colorado Rockies. That was the end of the last homestand. Went 3-3 on the road trip. And they've won the first 2 games of this homestand, coming back.
0-2 again. And there's a curveball that drops below the zone. That's ball 1.
Yeah, a little bit low. Always good to be able to get this guy out the first out of the inning and keep the man at second base right there.
Freddie's not the greatest in extra innings. A .217 batting average with 6 doubles, 3 a triple, 4 homers, and 17 RBIs. He fouls off a fastball on the hands at 101. McGill wants a new baseball, and that wish is granted.
Freeman has seen a lot of pitches in this game. Nothing to show for it. 0 for 3
1-2.
walk.
Got him! Fastball, little outside. Freddie chases for the first out of the inning.
McGill cooking one up there at 101 for the first out.
I'll tell you, we've seen Freddie Freeman a lot over the years. We've never seen him like this. He is really scuffling up there at the plate. McGill with a big fastball right on the edge. And a very defensive swing by a very good hitter.
See it in his body language. Looks defeated.
So now Andy Pages to the plate, and he takes fastball right down the middle at 101 for strike 1.
Pages had a single in the 6th. Pulled one into left center. 1 for 4 here today.
A fastball at 102 that Pages gets a piece of, and he's in an 0-2 hole.
We've seen the last 2 days is crazy.
Amazing.
He hit a single in the 6th inning against Jose Quintana, and the last part of his outing is McGill wants another new baseball,
Nazarowski hitting 102
and that's Andy
multiple
Pages'
times.
only hit this afternoon.
McGill struck out Pages yesterday in that 9th inning with a hook.
Pages, who many consider as an all-star snub. Let's see what he can do here, down 0-2. And that's a fastball inside, ball 1. McGill has ramped up the velocity, throwing over 100 now. 101 that time.
Delivery of Trevor McGill. Tough on a hitter. You don't see much, but his sizable back.
1-2.
1-2.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Fastball right by him at 100 for the second out. Back-to-back strikeouts for Trevor McGill. And now he's one batter away from throwing an unscathed 10th inning.
Still at second base.
And it'll be Tommy Edman who is hitless today. The last hope for the Dodgers in the top of the 10th. And there's a fastball that sits at the bottom of the zone, strike 1. Edmonds put everything in play today. 2 ground outs, 2 line outs. Let's see what he can do against Trevor McGill, who is looking very dominant.
And what a game they've been treated to.
0-1. And that's strike 2. Fastball, bottom of the zone again. Really good pitch from McGill. The heater was at 102 off the gun. Another 0-2 situation for a Dodgers hitter against this closer. The payoff from McGill. He got him! Fastball at the top of the zone. Strikes out Edman. He couldn't find it. Back-to-back strikeouts. He struck out the side. Can the Brewers walk it off in the bottom of the 10th? Let's find out. They have all the momentum. Bottom of the 10th, all tied, 2-2. The Brewers looking for a sweep on the defending World Series champions. The Dodgers scuffling. They've lost 5 in a row. And they're in a pretty rough spot here to turn that winning streak around. Kirby's in 33 games, 4-2 record, 2 saves on 4 opportunities, an ERA just below 4, and 27.1 innings pitched. 42 strikeouts, an opponent batting average at 245, but he's allowed a whopping 5 home runs this year. And the placement runner at second base, which will be the winning run, it's Sal Frelick.
Yates has a wicked splitter, but it can also...
Leading off for the Brewers in the bottom of the 10th will be William Contreras.
Here's Contreras now.
First pitch. That's inside with the heater. Ball 1.
Good job shooting ball right side.
Contreras has put everything in play today. Flown out once and then grounded out the rest of his at-bats today.
Contreras with 2 walk-offs.
In a big spot here. He's 1 for 2 against Kirby in his career. 1-0 offering. And that's down. Ball 2.
No, and ball 2, and Yates coming off the mound. I don't know if he's injured or just taking a moment there. Yeah.
Sal has wheels, so a little flair could win this game for the Brewers.
Brewers trying to sweep the Dodgers.
Hitters count here, 2-0. Contreras pops it straight up. Kim at the track, he'll make the catch. Sal will tag, and he will easily be into third. The Brewers are 90 feet away from winning. William Contreras with a productive out. It moves Sal over. And now Jackson to the plate, who is hitless, can win it with a sac fly.
Just missed it.
Jackson has struck out 3 times and flown out once. Needs to put one in play here. First pitch from Kirby to Jackson is outside, ball 1. The split. Jackson has not gotten a hit in his career against Kirby. He's 0 for 1. Dodgers infield in.
With Rojas, the third baseman, in as well.
1-0 offering. Jackson ground ball into left field. Sal will score. The Brewers come back and walk it off. They sweep the Dodgers with the walk-off win in the 10th. First of the young, long, promising career, hopefully, of Jackson Chourio. Andrew Vaughn ties it in the 9th. Jackson Chourio wins it in the 10th. The Brewers are red hot. And the young superstar for the Brewers, Jackson, with a walk-off single.
And there he went, the split-fingered fastball up a little bit, and with the infield in, he hit a ball in the left. Wow, what a series.
What a win for the Brewers. They are red hot at the moment. The Dodgers losing streak rolls on. Their 6th loss in a row. The Brewers have won 5 in a row, and they sweep LA. See y'all later. RV out. Peace. Comeback win for the Brewers.